Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Noah from TechnoBuffalo.com, and this is a walkthrough, hands-on, early look at Music Beta by Google. This is Google's new music service they rolled out at Google I/O earlier this week. It's invite only right now, and unlike other early Google products, there are no invites to share. It was just rolled out to people who attended the I/O conference, which I did. So I've got it up and running. We're going through a screenshot here of kind of a motion screen grab, if you will, of the service running in a browser window on a Mac, but on a computer it's browser based. So we'll go through this real quick. And then after that, we'll get a little more in depth with looking at it on a couple of Android devices, a phone and a tablet. So basically the way it works is once you sign in, you link this to your Google account, and then you upload your own music to the cloud, to Google servers. As of right now, there is no store for renting or buying music from Google. There are some links that let you shop for music. We'll take a look at that later when we look at the service running on an Android smartphone, but those just take you to a Google shopping search results page, not to any sort of Google store. Lots of talk about how Google wanted to have the record labels on board, and they're still trying to do that. So we'll see what happens, and it'll be especially interesting to see once this rolls out and what, if anything, Google's going to charge people to use the service. You know, if you're going to use this as opposed to something like Rhapsody or Napster or RDIO or Mog or any of the services where you pay a monthly subscription fee, but you basically just rent all the music you want. Let alone something like iTunes or Amazon MP3 where you buy music. Anyway, here's the web interface, and it works well. It's easy to use. It's functioning, quite well. You can sort through your library on the different ways on the left there by songs, artists, albums, genres. You can set up auto playlists based on a Pandora style thumbs up, thumbs down kind of thing. Or you can create instant mixes, which is kind of akin to Apple's Genius Mix. In this case, you pick a song and then you hit the instant mix button, and it creates a mix based off of that song. I haven't really gone in depth in analyzing how it chooses which songs. The B.O.B. mix that I made there on the left, based off of Outkast's song, that one stuck pretty well to hip-hop R&B kind of stuff, so that made sense. I made another one off of a Spy Mix song, which is this random band that I was in, and that was all over the place, so go figure. You can also create playlists. You saw me earlier. You can drag and drop songs into playlists, which is very easy to manage, very nice. And then here's the Music Manager piece of it, which is an app that you download and run on your computer that lets you upload your music from your computer up to Google's cloud-based servers. So I'm downloading it now for the Mac. It's a disk image. It's about 18 megabytes. And it basically runs in the background, and you access it via the Mac system preferences once it's running. Now, obviously, there are versions of the app that work on Windows machines as well, et cetera, et cetera. But here it is. You just drag and drop it, and then when you open it up, like I said, the first time you load it up, it pops up as an app. But once it's up and running, you access it, like I said, via the system preferences. And really, all you're doing is you're telling it, you're linking to your Google account, and then you're telling the app what music you want to upload. This can be a little tricky if you want certain of your music, but not all of it. You have to go through and put it into folders and select which folders to upload and which ones you don't want to upload. In my case, all of my music is in my music folder, my music directory, inside of different subdirectories inside of that. And I said, you know what, let's just upload it all. So I choose the music folder, I hit continue, and it starts uploading in the background. Now the first thing it has to do is scan. And the scan process takes a little while, and the upload process actually, it's a little bit slower once I actually, went in and thought about how many megabytes are being moved and how long it's taking, and compared that to something like uploading a, 200 meg YouTube file. It's actually kind of been slow in the upload process. At any rate, that all happens in the background, so you can leave that running. And so one of the things that's really cool about the Android market now is that you can install an app from the web view and shoot it out over the air to a device. So I'll go send it to another device. I've already installed the music app on actually more than one device. So here's a list of all the devices that have been registered to my account. I review a lot of stuff, so what can I tell you? So it's on my Nexus S4G, it's on the Samsung device. I'm going to go ahead, excuse me, and install it on, just want to get this in the window here so you can see how it works. The ADR6350, which is more commonly known as the Incredible 2 from HTC for Verizon. So there it is, the ADR6350, which is a device that already has my Google account on it. You can see I've got, you know, a Gmail notification and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and select that and then hit install. And it's processing the install request. And look at that. There it is. I got the notification instantly. Or near instantly, you know, pretty much instantly. Very, very cool. And you can see now, oh, it's done. We're installed. And so if I go now to successfully installed music, there you see it at the top. So to show you now how it runs, we can just leave this on in the background. And so actually in the background here, I should still have, yeah, Music Manager. So more than 8,000 songs found. And we're going to go ahead and just sync. So I synced this previously from a different machine that had a much smaller music library on it. So now it's going to go ahead and just upload all these songs in the background and just continue to add them to my library. So in the meantime, I will just leave this running in the background, and we can go ahead and we can hide. So I can go ahead and hide everything else that's running in the background. There's part of my music folder, you know, more than 8,000 tracks, got a ton of stuff in there. And that'll just upload in the background, and as those songs are uploaded, they'll be available to me via Google Music or Music Beta by Google. And there's my little, it installed a notifier, a little menu up in the menu bar. So 121 of about 8,200 installed or uploaded so far. 122 now, so it's just going in the background. So leave that running, come back to the phone here, and we'll run music. And so what it needs to do is start syncing. So it's going to take it a second. The first time. See, if I hit learn more, it's going to take me to the web page where I can learn more. Okay, and so there we go. I'm invited to Music Player by Google, etc., etc. Select the account to link to this. So select the account to link to Music Beta. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I've now been added to my, it's now been added to my Google account. And so basically I'm just adding a new device, and now the songs that I have in there, which are still uploading in the background, you know, more and more. What are we up to now? 126. Those will just keep running. And so here's the interface for Music Beta on Android phone. It'll rotate so you can use it in either landscape or portrait. And this is connected over Wi-Fi right now. It'll work over Wi-Fi or cellular. So let's go to Outcast. And you can see the song view. Let's go back. So now it's streaming, so it takes it a little second to start buffering and streaming. And then this will play in the background. I can leave it playing. Go back. I could stop if I want to. I can make an instant mix. I can make a playlist. You know, similar to the desktop interface, or the web interface, I should say. I could hit Outcast and go see all the Outcasts that I have. I'll put something else on. Well, Bob Dylan. And so again, it's streaming, it's not local. So it does take, you know, depending on your network connection. But I mean, that was Wi-Fi, that was very fast. Then it went ahead and started streaming. And so you can hit the music icon up there in the corner to go back. If I go to settings, so okay, so one thing down here in the menu, make available offline. So this is what Google calls pinning. and it basically means mobile caching. So now I hit the make available offline. I've got just about 15 gigs free on my device, so I can go ahead and choose what I want to be pinned, to be cached locally for me to listen to when I don't have connectivity. So Blood on the Tracks made the whole album. We'll make I don't even know what's on here, man. I have some weird old music and some weird new music and some good music and some lame music. It doesn't matter. Let's do The Church, Unknown Album by The Church. So, okay, we'll leave those available for pinning. And now, let's go, keep the phone running, but let's go to Settings. And go to Wireless and Networks. And disable all wireless connections. And now you can see the icons changed. So unable to download songs at this time. Okay, right. So it can't download those songs that I had set to pin because I don't have a connection anymore. I'm in airplane mode. But it's continuing to play Bob Dylan, Tangled Up in Blue. We'll hit pause for a second. And now let's show only the music that's available offline. And so now you can see that the music that I set to pin, so that Outkast and the Bob Dylan is available. Some of the other stuff is not, just because it hadn't had a chance to download all of it yet. And so basically that's how it works. And it's kind of nice that you can set the mobile caching, or the local caching I should say, the pinning as they call it, to pin whichever tracks you want. And you can do that right here on the device and kind of manually manage it, pretty easily. The interface is pretty nice. It's clean. I'll show you the interface on a tablet as well. This is the Galaxy Tab 10.1 limited edition, the Google I/O edition, which I should point out, this is not the final software for this device, but it's been working pretty well. So in general, so here's music. I already had music open earlier. So we'll go back a little bit, and on the tablet it looks really nice. You've got all the album art, and then you can use the menu, the contextual menu, to drop down and look at how you want to search your menu, search your library, I should say. So I'll go to songs, and I can search through all the songs instead, and some David Bowie. You get the nice full view. You can rotate. Kind of hard to get this whole thing in view here of the camera. We'll push this back. There you go. Turn down the volume a little bit. Oops. Turn down the volume a little bit. And actually, I should be able, I haven't actually tried this yet, but I think I should be able. We'll turn airplane mode off here. And get Wi-Fi back. Okay, Wi-Fi is back now. So I should be able to stream different music to different devices, I would think. Library options, all music. And so, let's see if I can play Al Green. And there you go, I'm streaming two different songs from my same Google Music account to two different devices. Without a problem. Sure, I could get a third one going here on the laptop. Yep. So there you go, I can be signed in multiple places on my same account, playing multiple songs, streaming from the cloud via Google Music, or Music Beta by Google. A couple things I'll mention, or one thing I'll mention. I tested this out kind of more extensively. What is, I'm like, which one's playing? I tested this out a little more extensively the other day on a Nexus S4G on Sprint. walking from my house to the BART train, taking BART from Oakland. BART is the commuter train here in the Bay Area. Taking BART from Oakland into San Francisco to go to Google I/O, getting off the train, walking to the conference, etc. And the one thing I found is that when I hit network issues with the network, obviously that's going to affect the playback. And what was interesting and a little not surprising, but a little disappointing, I guess, was that when I went to handoffs from 4G areas to 3G areas, the music stream would hiccup. And so, they're going to be, depending on, that's going to happen if you hit a cell phone dead zone. But with the new 4G phones, that handoff area is a problem in terms of, certain data applications. And certainly it's been a problem for me on the Sprint phone. I haven't tried a Verizon 4G phone yet with Google Music, or Music Beta. I want to call it that, but Google Music. But with the Sprint phone, it was an issue, just the handoff from 4G to 3G. I definitely, felt it, or I should say heard it, with a hiccup in the music, which was too bad. Aside from that, the service, it works really well for what it does. Like I said at the top, this is, by all accounts, not what Google wanted to launch. They wanted to launch something with a bunch of the music studios on board in one way or another, but they weren't able to do that. Hopefully, for Google's sake and for the sake of people who want to use this service, they will be able to get something worked out. And whether that's, a music store, you can buy tracks directly through Google Music, or a subscription service to rival something like, RDIO or Mog or Rhapsody or Napster or whatever. Who knows what it'll be. But as it is now, you can't buy anything through Google, but you can upload your music and then stream it. And so far it works quite well. And the ability to cache stuff locally for playback when you're in airplane mode and don't have service, that kind of thing, also very nice. So far so good. For what the service is, there are a few things that I just competitive landscape wise, I wish it had the ability to buy or rent music through it. But for what it is, it works really well. Thumbs up so far in general from me for the Music Beta by Google. There you go, little lengthy walkthrough. If you have questions, you want to know more, no, I don't have any invites. There are no invites to share. And I'm not just saying that so you won't ask. It's the truth. There are no invites to share at this point. But if you want to know more about it, definitely hit me up on Twitter or over on technobuffalo.com, and I will try to answer questions and keep you updated as the service expands and grows and everything. I'll show you the tablet view one more time. But in the meantime, here's a first look at Music Beta by Google for the various Android devices. And if I go home here, you can see there's a widget I've installed already, so I can control the music from the home screen. And then just tap through to launch the app. So very cool, works very well. There you go, much more on Music Beta by Google and everything else going on in Android land, music land, technology land, over on technobuffalo.com. Until next time, my name's Noah. Thanks for watching. See ya.